In this video I will show you how to start a Ubuntu container and keep it running in the background at the same time. Normally when you start a Ubuntu container, it is going to stop immediately after you started it. So I will show you the correct way to do this. So here I am going to start a new Docker container using the docker run -d Ubuntu command. So a new container was created, and now if we run the Ctrl+PS command, and Ctrl+PS command is the command to list running containers, and if we run the Ctrl+PS command, we don't see any running containers here. And if we add -a option to list all containers, and now we see the container we created, but the status is exited, mean the container was stopped immediately after it was created. The reason for this is that Docker containers only stay alive if there is a service running inside the container, and if there is no service, the container will be stopped immediately. And since operating system containers like Ubuntu and Debian have no services running by default, the container will be stopped immediately after you created it. But there are ways to keep these operating system containers running, and one method is to attach a sudo terminal using the -t option when you start the container in the background, and that will start the container in the background and will keep it running in the background at the same time. And there is also another method, and that is to start the container in the interactive mode. And when you start the container in the interactive mode, you will be automatically connected to the terminal session of the container immediately after it was created. But the only thing with this, that you can't exit the terminal session using the exit command. If you use the exit command, container will be stopped. And to exit the terminal session without stopping the container, first you need to press Ctrl+P and then Ctrl+Q. You need to use both these key combinations. And also, if you use Docker Compose to start containers, you need to attach a sudo terminal using the TTY key, and make sure to set it to true. So here we will start a new Docker container, with this time using the -d and t option. So docker run -dt Ubuntu. And now if we run the Ctrl+PS command, we have a running container in the background. So it is the container we just created. And if we want to connect to this container's terminal session, we can type docker exec -it, then the id and the shell we want to connect, which should be bash shell. And now we are inside the container, and if we want to exit, we can type exit. And if we run Ctrl+PS command, we still have the container running in the background. And the second method is to start the container in the interactive mode. And before that, first let me stop this running container first, and then we will start a new container, but this time in the interactive mode using the -it option. Docker run -it Ubuntu. And when we run the command, the container was started and we automatically connected to the terminal session, and you can see the prompt was changed to containers id. So now we are inside the container, but here you can't type the exit command to exit. With the interactive mode, if you type here exit, and now if we run the Ctrl+PS command, and you can see we don't have a running container, so container was stopped when we type exit. So here I will start another container in the interactive mode, but this time I am not going to type exit. Instead I am going to press Ctrl+P then Ctrl+Q, and that exit the terminal. But if we run the Ctrl+PS command, this time this container is still running in the background. So with interactive mode, you can't type the exit, you have to use Ctrl+P and then Ctrl+Q key combinations. So between two methods, I personally like to use docker run -dt. So the container will start in the background, and when we want to connect to it, we can use the docker exec command. and also we can exit the terminal session with the exit command without stopping the container. So that's the end of this video, and if you want to learn more about how to start Docker containers, make sure to watch our tutorial on Docker run command, and in that video we'll also learn how to do port mapping, which is very important thing to learn.